What's going on, guys? Jake here with Rough Golf, and today we are talking about a very special golf bag because this is one of those golf bags where you're actually moving from kind of like your everyday average golf bag that would use into a more luxurious category. And this is the RevCore hybrid stand bag from the OG golf brand Caddy Daddy, established in 2002. And this is a pretty special bag for several reasons. Number one, the first impression that you get when you pull this thing out of the box is pure premium luxury in look, feel, and smell, if that's even a premium thing. Basically, this thing is tour grade synthetic leather, foam backed, so it's got that nice smooth appearance, that built out professional grade looking appearance on the synthetic leather. It feels great, it smells great. You can tell there's good quality material on the outer casing of this bag. Now, the hybrid stand bag has a lot of cool features, and we're going to start with the top of the bag and work our way down. So starting with the top, there are two configurations that you can get. I have the 6-way configuration. You can also get a 14-way configuration. You've got a felt lined upper portion with a full length divider, which is very important because you don't want to have a lot of grip and club shaft rub because it can damage your shafts, it can wear out your grips, and it's just a big pain in the butt to actually have to deal with that out there on the course when all your clubs are sticking up against each other and you're trying to take out a club and actually make your shot. So Caddy Daddy has fixed that with those full length dividers. The top feels very premium. You've got a hard plastic up here for your handle. You can tell it is stout, it's sturdy, there's no flex to it like in some of those stand bags that you find. I really appreciate having a good sturdy grab handle, just easy to pick up, walk to the range, take it to the cart, whatever you got to do. That is well built, and it feels like it's one solid piece at the top, not like something that's just bolted on. On the right side of the bag here, we've got the glove attachment and accessory loop right here at the top. The glove attachment is fantastic because you can air out your glove in between shots, prolongs the life of your golf gloves. Guys, I don't know about you, but I go through between 2 and 3 golf gloves a season. Now, Caddy Daddy actually has a pretty cool golf glove out there called the Claw. They have the Pro and the Max models. I've got samples of both of those, going to be testing those out on the course. I'm really intrigued by the design because the palm pattern has a synthetic silicone material, supposed to be grippier than your standard golf glove. And one game-changing aspect of the Claw gloves from Caddy Daddy is that they are machine washable. That is huge. That may mean they could hold up for 2 to 3 seasons, which would save you a lot of money. Golf's an expensive sport. I like saving money when I can. Now, the accessory loop is made of black nickel alloy. It's nice and thick. I'd say about 3/16 of an inch. This thing's going to hold up. I can get a lot of material on there. It's in the Caddy Daddy logo. I think that's tasteful. It's not garish or overdone. I can definitely get my my towel, my club cleaning tool, and my personal ball washer on this loop, no problem, plenty of space there. Moving below that, we've got the large zipper compartment, and inside comes with several accessories for the RevCore hybrid stand bag that Caddy Daddy sends you when you purchase the bag. Now, one of the coolest accessories is the synthetic leather tour grade foam backed rain hood. Now, this thing is big, guys. So I would say one of the issues that I see with this is when you try to put it in this large side compartment, it does take up a lot of space. It doesn't really fold that well. So that might be an issue if you play in very wet climates and you constantly need a rain hood. Personally, the areas that I play don't see a ton of rain, so I would only say take this with me if there was a chance of rain when I was out there on the course. Most of the time I play in a cart and they have covers anyway, but for travel, this is an excellent feature. If you're throwing this in the back of your car, you want to make sure that your club heads and your irons aren't smacking around in there and getting nicked up. You've got this nice padded hood cover here that will help keep your clubs in line. So that's one accessory that you get from Caddy Daddy when you purchase the RevCore hybrid stand bag. You also get this really cool neoprene cart strap. Now, this is going to protect your exterior finish of your bag when you strap this bad boy on a cart. I'm more of a cart rider than a walker, so I will definitely be putting this to the test. I like this added feature. You don't see that very often with golf bags anymore. Matter of fact, I've got several friends that have purchased other name brand bags and they don't get this this cool accessory. So good job on you, Caddy Daddy, for including this with the golf bag. And then the last accessory that you're going to get is this single strap, which if you're a predominant cart rider, then you can use this single strap versus the carry strap here, the backpack style strap. The strap is felt lined on the inside, then it's got that foam backed synthetic leather material on the outside. Black nickel alloy pieces of hardware, solid clips, not little plastic clips. These are metal. This thing's going to hold up over the long term, which is important when you make the investment in a golf bag. You gotta see a golf bag or any purchase in golf most of the time, unless it's something small like tees, as an investment, because stuff in golf is expensive. Now this large zipper pocket has plenty of space, even with the side strap or the cart strap. In here, you're going to have plenty of space. Obviously, you should probably choose between one or the other, predominantly what you do the most. I like having the flexibility of a carry bag if I absolutely need it. Now inside the large zipper compartment, we've got a fleece lined pocket here. You can put your cell phone, your wallet, car keys, whatever. It's pretty big. I can get my most of my hand in there. So, and I wear an extra large glove, so you could definitely get a phone and some keys in there. The pocket's pretty deep, so if you keep training aids like a putting mirror, you can definitely fit that in there, or maybe like a quarter zip or a thin raincoat or something like that. You definitely got space for that in there. Now on the exterior of the side pocket, we have a couple compartments. The top compartment is a zippered compartment, waterproof, belt-lined compartment. This thing's deep, okay? Comes all the way up to there on my arm. That's quite a lot of space, so definitely large cell phone, wallet, keys. As a valuable waterproof compartment on a golf bag, especially one that you carry, you gotta have it, because you never know when you get caught in those rainstorms. Even if you live in dry climates, it's just good to know that your $1,000+ cell phone is gonna be protected and you won't have to buy yourself a new one at the end of the round. Now below that, really cool feature here, insulated cooler pockets, very deep. Definitely getting several water bottles in there. If you're like large beverages, you can get those in there. Large canned beverages, you can get those in there. And one really cool feature are these two drain holes at the bottom, guys. So when your cold beverages have a little bit of condensation and they start to drip a little bit, it's just gonna go out of the hole. I mean, that's great, that's fantastic. Your bag's not getting soaked, you don't have to tip it upside down, let all that water out. Having those small drain holes, fantastic, great design element that RevCore hybrid stand bag offers those golfers out there. Love it. Now moving to the back of the bag, we've got a very strong plastic handle here at the top. It is well built, feels very secure, not like it's just bolted or slapped on in there. It feels like it's almost made into the frame of the bag. Absolutely love that. Don't feel like this is going to snap off at all. Got a very nice, strong plastic handle here, attached by a couple of fabric loops. This thing doesn't feel like you're going to have any issues carrying this bag, moving it around once you've got all your stuff in there. Now I'm going to talk about the backpack shoulder pads here. These things, felt lined, okay? Then you've got the exterior material, which is that synthetic leather tour grade foam backed material, and it just feels fantastic. It feels like it's got a ton of padding. Your shoulders aren't going to be worn out. Now this is a heavier bag. You need that extra padding when you're carrying around a hybrid bag, probably geared a little bit more towards the cart riding lifestyle than it is the walking lifestyle, but it's good to know that you have options. You got choices. You know, everything isn't just one flavor. This is probably one of the better setups that I've seen in terms of padding and materials used on these shoulder straps here. It feels like they're high quality, like they're going to hold up. The fabric attachments, very sturdy. They don't feel cheap. They don't feel like they're thin or too thin for the structure. Then of course you're capped off with these black nickel alloy metal hardware construction here attached to the bag loops. I'm going to do some walking rounds with this bag in a future video to see how these shoulder straps hold up. I have no doubt they will perform wonderfully. Below the handle and the shoulder straps, you've got this lower compartment. At the top of it, doesn't look like much, but you've got a fleece-lined, magnetic rangefinder pocket. I'm sure you could put some other stuff in there. This thing is super cool. I love the fact that it's magnetic. Below that, you have a removable, so that in case you wanted to put your name and embroider a nice big patch, or you're going pro and you want to put your name or some sort of sponsor, inside this pouch, you've got another little compartment here. It's a mesh compartment, a little bit elastic at the top. You can get plenty of stuff in there, golf balls, tees, whatever you want to keep. That's a big, big pocket. You'd have absolutely zero issue fitting what you needed to in there. Definitely going to keep my golf balls in there. I like quick access because sometimes I lose a lot in the water. Moving to the other side of the bag, at the very top, we've got some nice padding. Again, you've got more of that tour grade synthetic foam backed material here. That's going to provide a nice cushion if you're walking with this bag out there on the course. Below that, you've got the smaller side compartment. On the exterior, just a pretty basic design, but you've got a nice insulated pocket here. This one's a little bit smaller, so maybe for like your 12-ounce cans or maybe a couple of smaller water bottles. Again, you've got the weep holes here that are going to let out that excess moisture, or if you've got ice in there, or maybe some ice is still on the can or the bottle, that excess water is just going to leak out of those holes, and you don't have to worry about emptying that and it getting nasty and moldy and mildewy inside that pocket, because you've got that ventilation and drainage. On the back of that, you got this zipper compartment with the solid black nickel alloy zipper hardware. This has got plenty of space in there. You could definitely get probably an entire box of golf balls if you wanted to carry that many out there on the course, but plenty of space for whatever you needed to carry with you on the course. You won't have any issues with that. So, storage, 7 pockets, varying sizes. Some are waterproof, some are felt lined. All have really good quality zippers on them. You don't have to worry about them snapping off and using zip ties like I had to do on a bag that I had previous. It was a piece of junk. This is well built. It's intentionally built for golfers because they know the pressure points. They know what wears out. Caddy Daddy is in tune to it. They've been in business since 2002. Shows you that they've had plenty of time for trial and error and the forethought to design a really cool golf bag that meets the functions of most golfers out there on the course. Moving to the front, we've got the Caddy Daddy stand mechanism. Now, as far as stand mechanisms go, most of the time, they're all pretty one note. What I like about this is that when you look at the actual tips, they've got a nice wide base. It's not a little itty bitty pole there. It's a nice wide base. Forethought. They don't want your bag falling over. This is an investment. Good metal components on there. We've got a strap at the bottom so that you can attach the legs when you're in transport, or if you're predominantly a cart rider and you don't want the legs popping out or breaking on you. Just next to the stand mechanism, you've got an umbrella loop. Fantastic. Loop up here, loop at the bottom. One of the coolest features of the RevCore hybrid stand bag that most other stand golf bags don't have, and I've tried a lot and used a lot over my golf career, is the stay flat base. Guys, this is a game changer for stand bags. I've typically not liked stand bags because they don't stay upright unless you've got the legs set down. That's not the case for the RevCore hybrid stand bag from Caddy Daddy, because they've got the solid stay flat base. These exterior bump out feet here off the edge of the bag provide a good, wide, solid base. So you can set this thing down, it isn't going anywhere. It's not falling over. Having that stay flat base is a very valuable feature in a stand bag. Now, the RevCore hybrid stand bag from Caddy Daddy was very well thought out. It's intentionally designed. I feel like these guys, being in business since 2002, know what golfers are looking for, know what they need out there on the course, know what they're looking for in a bag. Now, the RevCore hybrid stand bag comes in 3 different colors: blue, black, or gray. Very timeless. And it retails for $299. I reviewed some golf bags that are very close to that price point that don't come near the RevCore hybrid stand bag from Caddy Daddy in quality of construction and materials. This, on the other hand, feels like you're getting every penny back in a quality golf bag. If you're interested in more golf gear reviews, check this video out right here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.